basically, last time we left off, it looked like Vaseline was on my lens. I had to clean it. And also, I changed the encoding settings on my laptop in OBS. So hopefully, it's a little bit better quality. I'm using the GPU now. Let's see how long the battery lasts. I could always plug in. So, you see this shiny thing right here? I just did a test cut. So, off camera, I was trying to figure out how to make it much thinner, the slices, and I already went at it with this tool right here. And it's not very sharp. I've been using it for other uses other than what's made for, which is I think it's for cutting the raw side. I call this the fur. It's the raw side. It's not fur. It's flesh. So, yeah. So I've been trying to do that. I also used a Dremel, which I'll grab this right now. And basically, I use this bad boy here. And while I was doing it, it was really dusty. Like there was like this pieces of I guess flesh in the air and stuff. So I used the shop vac and I kind of like leaned up against it and then went at it. But then I nailed myself. It's not so bad, but you can kind of see the red mark a little bit on my pasty skin. So fortunately, this thing came with cutting gloves. Now they are level like 7 apparently. No, level 5. No idea if that's going to work. Who knows? But instead of going along and just dremeling this out slowly and painfully, and plus if I have a bigger piece, it's not going to be feasible because I'm going to like hit the end of this. I got this thing. So I got this after I hurt myself because I'm like, this is not worth it. And I did a test cut on it. Let me just put this machine back on this Dremel, the charger. I'm calling it a Dremel. It's not really Dremel. It's some third party thing, but it's better. And as you can see, it cut this off. And this is after I did a back and forth shaving and stuff. And it's just a clean cut. The packaging could be better. The replacement blades were kicking around the box and they fell out of the box. So it could have been better, but you know, it's from China. Everything's from China, guys. There's no way around it, and it's going to be interesting with the imports and stuff. But I'm not going to get into politics on this channel. That's not my freaking business. I just want to make things. So anyway, so I did it with this, and as you can see, I got racked the focus just right. Oh, that's my. Maybe we'll drop an aperture, see what happens. But as you can see, like this is the shave side, and this is like I did the sanding, and as you can see, it's such a clean cut from before, you know? So I am very impressed with that. So I'm going to do the other side. I already threw away the rest of it, but how it works is you hold this handle down. Another trick, if you ever buy this and there's two adjustment screws, just hold the handle down to the desired distance from the roller and the blade, and just screw one of these in place, and then do the other side. That way it's even. That way you're not going crazy like I do. I get OCD. Um, it's I'm making good use of space because I'm putting it on top of this because there's a piece of wood from the stitching pony. And fun fact, I clamped this down for a long time. Didn't need to clamp it down, like the wood from the table kind of like fused together. But I want to use this space efficiently. I don't want like another tool sticking in front of my cutting mat. So I put it here. But let's get going. Enough blabbling. I had to give my phone number to YouTube so I can do over 15-minute videos. Super annoying. So what you do is you go in between, over the roller, underneath the blade, and this kind of like gives the gap so you can put it underneath. And then basically you just give it a little yank. I honestly thought I shaved the leather completely. And then you just pull. And as you can see, it kind of like gave out, but the skin part is still intact. But as you can see, it shaved pretty well. Now, replacement blades, they're kind of weird. So I don't know what I'm going to do once I get to that point. I might make my own tooling. I just need, and then the roller spins. The roller moves, so it's not an even roller, so not going to be a perfect thing. But as you can see, like, kind of like the edge part got out, but I think we can just fix that with some scissors. Where's my scissors? So like we can just also this relieves a huge mess I had before where I had like things all over the place. Also, laser cutter on the leather thing. I have a 40 watt laser. It should just work. It should just work. So I think I have the head too high. I bumped it up by accident or something. So I need to go closer. Another thing too is I need like a not a Strator fan like I do now. I need a fan that sucks it into like a 6-inch diameter like hose and just have that go outside. Problem is we're heading to winter, so it's going to get cold down here. And it would be one thing if I have my gaming PC down here heating things up, but it's going to be cold and then we're going to have the door open, so it's not going to be feasible. So I got to think of something because I don't want to use the laser cutter long term. So there's a little bit of patch here. I think this would have been better if I didn't do the shaving part before. But now I'm going to just snip, snip. And now it's nice and thin. And it's still like, it stretches, which is nice now. Very strong. I mean, it is shrunken shoulder from from bison. Trying to find a proper way of saying it. But basically, I think it's going to be very strong because it's going to have some stretch because it's shrunk down. I done that with my motorcycle jacket. This is the stuff I probably would use for my motorcycle jacket. I don't know if I would get into that because that's a little complicated. And so for here, I did 2 lines because when I did cork, it was like a millimeter and a half thick, whereas this stuff is thicker. So I would do like the edge. But with this stuff, I can just make my own edge and then sand it and buff it out because it's leather. Unlike cork, where it's just, wood on the first layer, or it's polyester in the back if you're using the veneer one. So it's still pretty good. So I really like this tool. I was watching videos between using this tool and then using like this, and then they have like a roller, but the manual one is $400 and I'm not spending that much on that, whereas like I could just do like this and just grab it. It feels like you're cutting into it, the skin, but it's not. And there you go. Like very, very thin. But you can tell there's a huge difference. Now I might have to do something to like treat this like a bag or something, or a wallet or some inside if it's a raw inside. I might have to treat it somehow. So that's still part of the production where I have to like treat it properly. But that's pretty much it. I'm really happy I got this. I have to redesign all my cork stuff, like, and make it used for this leather because I have a lot of this leather, so it's worth doing the design edit and then going from there. I do want to try out edging and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. Just like a small update of what I've been working on. I gotta find a way how I'm gonna do these videos. I might do some time lapses. I want to do some shorts and other social media stuff, but I don't really have a lot of time working full time and stuff like that. But I really like this. I know someone complained about using this, but honestly, what are you doing wrong where you're misusing this? Like, this is great. And also, I did a big no-no here, but the roller kind of protects you. I'm not going to test my luck, but it's great. Great. Yeah, so now like this piece, this little piece, this is what I'm concerned about, is like how the heck am I going to pull this? Yeah, that's not going to work. Such a small piece. So what I might have to do is in production is have a longer piece and have lines where to cut the one, so I shave it as one long piece and then snip it at the length that I need to, like, this is for securing a D-ring. So for example, and I shave this one pretty well, so I don't think I need it that much, but it's to like hold a D-ring like that against like whatever material, so it's like a keychain. So I had to shave this out quite a bit. And there still needs to be some finishing touches. But yeah, that's about it. We're at the 10-minute mark, and I think that'll be it. I gotta think about what other stuff I might do, time lapses, stuff like that. But this stuff is really cool. Like starting to get the right tools for the job is making a world of difference, and I'm really happy about it. I didn't want to spend. I think I spent like $70 on this. I didn't want to spend it, but at the same time, I work full time, so I have a little extra money. And it's not like when I was in Portugal where I was broke and I had to do everything by hand. You know, like I can use tools and still doing it by hand, but I was too broke to buy special tools for that type of stuff. And one, it was expensive to ship to Portugal. Even Amazon Spain, it was still expensive. So I'm not at that phase anymore where I value my time more. So it's worth it for spending something like this. And it's not like I'm going to use it once and it's just going to sit there like this guy. I still use it actually. Um, but it's actually useful because all my pieces I have to shave it down to my desired length. And people are like, me, by the right length. Sometimes you need to adjust it. Sometimes I need to make it thicker for certain pieces and thinner, you know? So you can at me all you want, but I rather be like, I rather not order a bunch of rolls of a certain thickness and I can't use it because I no longer need it for a project. I rather have a thick boy roll and then I can cut and adjust to what I want. And that's the other idea I have is for the laser cutter, if it, because it did cut through the skin layer, it just didn't get through the raw side yet, is I can just make the cut it with my utility knife on the outside and just run this thing for the shaver. And then that way it gets nice and thin and then do the final cutting. That way it's less waste and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of things I can do differently. But it's just trial and error and trying things out. But I kind of want to do like this video format so like I can kind of like share with other people and then people can comment below if they find the channel finally and then we'll just go from there. I think that would be really cool of sharing like ideas and stuff like that and make it fun and entertaining once I figure out how that works. Um, so yeah, I'm pretty happy. So that's it for me. I'm gonna edit this, see if the compression worked. It doesn't look like absolutely dog garbage other words. And I'm rambling, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.